I'm back at the area the Rio called Dry Bark Wallow, just on my way into there. This pyramid structure that we had found, the amazing thing about this is right off the main trail. Probably several hundred, if not 1,000 people every year walk by it. It's within 50 feet. I'm standing on the trail and it's fully visible. But I'm willing to bet not 1 out of 100 really takes a look at it to see what it is. Because this is fully freestanding pyramid with no in-ground tree to lean against. And basically what that tells me is it had to be 2 or 3 of these Sasquatches put this up, and they had to be able to communicate. Because you couldn't build this sort of thing without that. It's about 15 feet high to that cross there where the 2 largest branches are from the ground. I tried to get a little further away from it because you can't really appreciate this if you're too close to it. Several of these are broken off, as you can see, and all of them leaning, and the pressure from an overlying branch holds the underneath one in place, which is also holding up the one that's laying over top of it. I mean, it's really, really intelligently made. No way in the world. Not 1 in 10 billion could this have been just a bunch of trees that fell down all at the same time and done this. Impossible. And those big trees are way too heavy. You'd need a machinery in here. That large branch or tree that's leaning away from me has got to be a 1,000 to 1,500 pound tree. This other real large one here, long, narrow one going way up like that, to get that up in the air, humans couldn't do it. You'd have to have machinery in here, and there's been no machinery in here. I mean, there's no place for it. Anyway, this bunch of leans going up this way. Dry Bark Wallow is up this direction. You can see there's also a bunch of tree leans out this way, all heading uphill here. My feeling is that these tree leans aren't just for tree leans. A number of them are probably as direction to territory markers, but a number of them, I feel, particularly the aspens, they're feeding on them, because you see things like this all the time. Bark that's been stripped and you just fall off. It came off when that bark was moist. And I didn't remember this huge number of leans from coming up here before, but we came down this way, not up. Okay, here's the butt end of a tree that has been stuck, and it's an aspen. And it's been stuck between 2 aspens. And you can see what's happened here is all those marks, those chafes, are where it rubbed as it came down. And then as it bound in between the trees, it stopped right there. Now, that did not fall there. The top of the tree is clear off over here, and this tangle of downfalls. I mean, anyone who's skeptical that something's not building this stuff really needs to see this stuff. This is impossible to fall this way. And again, every tree that's leaning, it's got the barks peeled away, with the exception of this largest one that's on the top. Now here's a long footprint. I put my foot, size 13, next to it, and it's at least a couple inches longer, and I don't see toes. So that would even make it a few inches longer than that. There's my foot next to it. And my heel's about lined up with the heel, and the flat portion extends beyond my toes, and then there would be toes beyond that. So assuming my foot's about 12 inches, 13 inches long, this is about a 15-inch long footprint. Now, no toes, so it could be some big tall hikers up here, but I'll see if I see some more. Looks like there's one right there. And there's the teepee. I'm not sure when my battery died how much you got. This is undoubtedly a a territory marker, and an important one, with all this in the way, to let other Sasquatches know, you don't mess with me. And this big tree here, I believe these are all here since we were here last time. Now I'm going to go get, look at the last videos and confirm this. But I don't think this big one was laying across the bottom of the teepee. And I was here just about 2 weeks ago. I've been out of town on business for a little while.